It's time for the B-A-Q-A-A, the B-A-Q-A. What you say? The B-A-Q-A with Mandi, the B-A-Q-A with Tiffany, the B-A-Q-A-A. Hey, Mantra, how you doing, girl?
I'm doing amazing. I'm here to be a passenger princess for today's edition of BAQA. So,
Every Friday we do BAQA where we answer your questions, but the caveat is we're not your lawyer, your doctor, your financial advisor. We're just two really cute brown internet cousins who know a thing or two about money, career, entrepreneurship, and beyond. But you are going to take this advice for the entertainment value it's made for and the smallest grain of salt. And if you feel like suing someone, look in the mirror and pick yourself. Okay? All right, Mandi, we have a question. If they want to ask questions, Mandi, where can they ask them?
Oh, slide into our DMs. We're at Brown Ambition Podcast on IG. You can also email us, brownambitionpodcast@gmail.com. Or head on over to our website, the hub of hubs, brownambitionpodcast.com.
Good.
Okay, we have a question today, Miss Tiffany from Tara on Instagram, who says, I'm currently in over my head, making less than what I owe. I'm in the corner now to where I am a pinky length away from pulling from my TSP. I currently have $23,000 and I'm thinking of pulling $10,000 to cover some debt. It's the only solution I can think of that will help. I hope to input 10% or more back into my TSP once I am back stable. Is this a bad decision that will hurt me in the long run?
I know. I just for one, Tara, I want you to just, because that back against the wall feeling is really a terrible feeling. And I can sense it from
very
here.
well. We both do.
We have, girl. I took all my money out of my retirement. Well, one, I had not really heard of TSP before. And you were like, girl, I know what that is. So can you tell the people what the TSP is?
Yeah, TSP, thrift savings plan, because my husband has one. So if you're a federal employee, you have a thrift savings plan, which is it's a 401k. So you choose what your investments are and then how much of your paycheck gets deposited into the TSP. And if you're lucky, you get some kind of, I think the pension is also kind of run through there, like the potential pension that you can get paid out later. But it operates very closely to like a 401k. And I remember back when we were renovating the house, my husband did do a loan. So I'm wondering if she's talking about a loan or a withdrawal. Because those are different and the implications for the impact to you are different.
Yes.
So where to begin?
So I'll say this, that like, one, ideally taking money out of your any sort of retirement plan is not the ideal. Only because it is your younger self's job to look after your older self. And God willing, we all get older. And you want to make sure that your older self has access to income because it's not likely that you'll be able to support yourself. So you're kind of like supporting yourself for yourself now, but also for yourself older. So all that said, I'm not judging because, child, when the rubber hit the road, your girl went to her 403B. That's the 401k for anybody who works for like nonprofits and stuff. I went straight. I have $30,000 in there. I took every stitch out, because I felt my back was against the wall. So I'm telling you from a place of been there, done that, kind of wish I hadn't, but I didn't feel like I had a choice. So one, I want to make sure that, like Dr. Green, my therapist, would say, is it true? Is it the only truth available? So let's explore, is it true? Is it true that, yes, your back is kind of against the wall, you're struggling financially? It sounds like, who would know better? This is true. Is it the only truth available? Is taking money out of this TSP the only way? Maybe not. I would ask to yourself, like, have you looking, I don't know if you have a mortgage or rent. Like, one of my sisters was just telling me about this rental assistant program that she had signed up for not me telling her business, but whatever, we're here now, that she had signed up for during the pandemic. And they hit her back and said, girl, you want us to pay your rent for the next 2 or 3 months? And she was like, if you want. So there was like, and so that program, because, so many people were out of work because of COVID, and she was one of them. So have you explored rental or mortgage assistance programs? There's a great organization called not NACA. What is it called? And the NFC, don't give me the lion, NFC.
NFCC?
Yeah, cc.org. It's a nonprofit that helps with, I think it's like the National Foundation of Credit Counseling. And so they are a national foundation, of credit counseling. What I like about it is that you can get connected with a credit counselor. That's probably be my best bet. Certified. They have over 1,200 certified credit counselors. They've served 35 million people since 2006. They're trusted and they're a nonprofit, and they will find someone in your area. And I believe counseling is on a sliding scale, meaning you could pay as little as $0 and upwards. They just have a bunch of partners and resources. So I would reach there for someone to kind of look at my finances to say, are there other ways? Have you reached out to your creditors to say, hey, I'm having a hard time. Is there a way to lower, my monthly expenses here? And then last but not least, there is a great website called Find Help. I just found it. Wow, that's fun. I just found it. It's called findhelp.org. So you can find free or reduced cost resources like food, housing, financial assistance, healthcare, and more. If you go to findhelp.org, you put in your zip code, and it will literally help you to find whatever assistance that you might need. So I would exhaust those things first, because even if you take the money out and you put it in, right now the market is on fire. I don't know how you have your money invested. This year, the market's on fire. You're going to miss out on that growth that your older self might need later. So I would start with nfcc.org to get a credit counselor to look at my finances to see what I can do. They will help walk you through, talking to debt collectors and things like that. And if you're really in dire straits as far as yourself personally, I would go to findhelp.org to see what other assistance is available to me. And if your back is super duper duper against the wall, then yes, you have the option to take the money out of your retirement account. I just want that to be the last option, because it's not the only truth available just yet.
Yeah, I want to add also, that's about half of your balance right now, 10,000 of 23,000. And if it's a traditional, I keep wanting to say 401k, but if it's traditional versus a Roth, then you'll have to pay taxes on what you withdraw. So the $10,000 could end up being like 7, 8, I don't know how much, what your tax rate would be. Which means you'd have to take more than that to cover your taxes. So if you want $10,000, you have to think ahead to how much do I need to withdraw so that after taxes, I have that $10,000. And if that $10,000 is not going to wipe your slate clean, I would definitely say just continue, try to find some options, talk to, get a credit counselor, get with a credit counselor. The NFCC is a great bet. But look at some ways that you can manage your debt so it's a little bit more manageable, whether it's consolidation, if it's credit card. We don't know anything about the types of debt that you have. If it's a credit card debt, maybe you can qualify for a balance transfer to get yourself some wiggle room. And then from there, it's okay, so what additional sources of income can we add if there's any potential for more, whether it's at work or additional income from outside of work. But I get it. When your head is on fire, you just need a bucket of water. You don't have time to think about the what ifs and all that. And it's so difficult in a situation like that because it's like a ringing in your ears. It's so loud and it's hard to see what the options are. The easiest.
Maybe find somebody. Do you think she should work with somebody? Meaning tell a bestie, a sister, a cousin, because sometimes when they can help to see to your point, Mandy, you said your head is on fire. It's what do I do? What do I do? And it's your best friend could see, well, it's actually not your head. It's just this little part of your hair. And I can help extinguish it alongside of you. You think that they should connect with someone to maybe walk through this process with them?
Yeah. Someone that you trust and someone that you're saying, hey, I'm not asking you to fix this for me, but I'm just asking for you to help me look at this. Even a therapist. Therapists are not, obviously they're not a financial planner, but there are times in my therapy sessions where she's like, what are you worried about? Okay, so read me the numbers, and I just read them, and just kind of saying it out loud can help. But that can be, like you said, a sister, a friend, a neighbor, whoever you feel is trustworthy, and just saying it out loud. And I mean, maybe even writing this question was a bit therapeutic for you. But if you can avoid, I would say it's only worth it. I mean, at the end of the day, will you die? No. Will you have a chance to put more into your TSP? Yes. I don't know how old you are or how much time you have, but it's not the end of the world. But if you don't get to the heart of how you've gotten into this situation. And if you're not able to like wipe out like everything with that 10K that you're going to withdraw, like, is it worth the cost benefit for me is a little off. Because there's just the potential that it's not going to get you out of the hole and you're just going to end up in the hole again. Like it'll buy you some time, but it won't actually like get to the root of helping you.
The root. Got to get to the root. So Mandi, have you ever gone to find help? It's like really awesome. So I'm in here now. I put in my zip code. It says in Newark, New Jersey, there are 2,832 programs. And the programs are broken down by food, housing, goods, transit, health, money, care, education, work, and legal. And it's amazing. And then when you kind of like hover over, it's like you need help paying for school. You need preschool help. You need screening and exams. You need skills and training. Legal, you need medication, representation, translation, and interpretation. You need adoption, post-adoption. Girl, for adoption and foster care alone, there are 13 resources here. This is a really amazing free site. Findhelp.org.
Who runs this?
Yeah, like type in like your zip code and see what comes up.
Public benefit corporation.
It's like really...
I did already. I'm here at 2000 something.
Yeah.
Help close for work, retirement benefits, unemployment benefits.
Close for work. I mean, people don't realize what all the resources that are out there. Help pay for food. You need meals. Nutrition education is on here in Newark. Like help pay for bus passes. Wow. Help pay for a car. Help pay for gas. Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. That's dope.
Yeah. They have a sober living thing, substance abuse counseling, drug testing, detox. And what I love is they'll tell you how many resources. So for drug testing, there's 7 resources. For outpatient treatment, there's 49. Money, help pay for childcare, there are 19 resources. Help pay for food, there are 23 in Newark. This is just Newark. Financial aid and loans, 29 resources. Supplies for school, 2. So this is pretty amazing. And so
that's amazing. Yeah, I've never heard of that. Good.
Yeah,
good,
girl, you already know who taught me. Instagram taught me.
Really?
There's this guy that I follow. He I forget his name, but he posts like all these kind of like places where you can find free resources. And I was like, oh, find help. Let me put that in my back pocket because it's just you don't have to be in dire straits. You might just want help. And what an awesome like organizational tool for wherever you live. And so there's just so many resources out there. That's why I said so candidly, I had a hard time moving it. So like, if you're looking at my background, this is the first time I'm taping in like my office at the condo. And I had a really hard time, even though my stuff was here, I was still sleeping like on the couch because my bed was here. And like my house, my where I was living, I just couldn't figure out why. And, Dr. Green reminded me, Tiffany, this is not, I have a new condo. I just moved out of my parents' house. Isn't this so exciting? She's like, you're not moving as a result of that. You don't have to pretend like you should be so happy that you're leaving this house that you built with Jarrell. And she said, why don't you ask a friend if they could stay over with you? And I kind of felt like, I'm not a baby, like I'm grown, like girl. And she was like, that sometimes we need additional assistance. Sometimes we need like someone to like stand in the gap for us. And so my sister Lisa, came yesterday or the day before yesterday was the first day I spent the night here. And it made all the difference to have someone here. Because if I was here, honestly, I was looking around. I said, if I was here by myself, I'd be like, I'm going back home. I'm going back home and go to sleep on the couch because it just felt like all too much. But having Lisa here was like having a piece of home here in the house with me, Lisa's the baby. She's going to stay with me for a couple of weeks until I kind of get like, feeling not so, it's not the living alone part because I've lived alone many times. It's just more so like the transition that I need help with. And so we all need help, and asking someone to stand in the gap with you, sometimes just to witness and bear witness. They don't need to solve it. They don't need to whatever. Sometimes just to hear the numbers, to open that piece of mail, to sit with you. And so I just want us to get in the habit of asking for help. And I love that this site is here. Maybe you ask one of your girlfriends, can you look at the site with me? And like look at what resources are available. Can you sit with me when I talk to the credit counselor? Whatever that is. I just hope that you guys have at least one person in your life that you can reach out to say like, I don't want to go through this by myself because we're not meant to. We're really not meant to.
Receive that. It may take you a minute to like let what she's saying, what you're saying, Tiffany, like sink in for the listener, but it's a much needed reminder and something that I need to remind myself of. We all do all the time. So thank you.
Before we jump off, I wanted to do something fun. What if, like, I would love to like read some listener confessions about some of the crazy money choices or business choices they made, totally anonymous. I would love that, like a new little segment, like to maybe like test out, like just whatever your BA confessions. It could be like, I stole toilet tissue at work for 3 years. We're not going to read your name. Oh. We're not going to, or like, child, it could be something serious where my husband does not know, I ran up the credit card bill at Vegas. Or yes, I want the T. Oh, maybe we should call it BAT. Yeah. So financial T, so I don't know. I saw someone had posted something on like IG where they were reading something. I said, you know what? I would love that, because to your point, Mandy, sometimes just saying the thing out loud is like, so honestly, send us, DM us. We'll never read your name. And obviously you don't want to be like on Tuesday on First Street in Georgia on like, we want you to, keep it vague. Just send us some of your tea that you need to get off your chest, and we will read it. Mm-hmm. And we're not going to offer advice. We're just here to read it and key with you. Like, I know you did not steal toilet tissue from your job for 3 years, girl. How much you saved? So send us some BAT so we can all kiki and giggle and help you release. Okay. Slide in our DMs, go to brownambitionpodcast.com, click contact us, slide in our DMs on IG. Like I said, we will never, ever, ever share your name or anything. Yeah. And if it is, just say, this is BAT. This is not like we ask you to send us questions, but this is just tea. We're going to read it. We're not giving advice. We're just going to read it and maybe have a little comment or two, a little side eye, a little giggle, but we're not giving advice for BAT. It's just something fun to add,
Yeah. I love that. Like we're like a priest, except
yes,
for no
confessionals
after.
We'll have to figure out a good name. Maybe it's BAT or BA Confessions. I don't know. We're going to figure out what we're going to call it, but.
Okay, someone's got to be in charge of remembering that you just said this so that we
can. Girl, because you're between the two of us, it's already forgotten. Between the two of us.
Somebody write it down.
I would have been like, why do we have all these things in the DM? Oh, that's right.
These are our confessions. Okay, yeah, we'll try. Y'all. We'll see. If you guys never hear about it again, then, just maybe next time. It's really up to y'all. If you DM us, we'll remember. Okay.
Exactly.
Remember when y'all had said?
I know. We're like, what the hell are these? Oh yeah. It is up to y'all.
We did ask for that.
It's up to y'all. Do you want this to happen or not? All right, y'all.
Okay, BA fam. Don't forget to leave us a review. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Share the show, and we'll see y'all next time. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 3 times a week. Bye.
Bye. Hey, BA fam. We're on YouTube. Woohoo! Thank you so much for watching. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel.
And while you're at it, why don't you go over to that little bell icon and just tap that for us. Show the BA fam how much you love us. And that way you'll also get notifications when new videos drop. Also, share the channel with a friend. We're always like, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. And thank y'all so much again for all the support.